morning, this is Heather Hoffman, and today I have a sparkly, glittery birthday card to share with you using the rainbow and a fun sentiment from the May 2019 Kit of the Month. I don't know if you saw my storage there. I've just been working out a way to store them that's simple and inexpensive, and that just happens to be a plain sheet protector with a piece of heavyweight white cardstock slipped in, and they just stick on that and they can slide back into the envelope that they come in, so that seems to be something that's working well for me right now. So I'm starting off by heat embossing my image in gold on just a panel of white cardstock. I used my embossing buddy tool, which is just a powder tool to run over and get any, it helps keep the stray powder from sticking anywhere you don't want it to. I stamped it with clear watermark embossing ink, and I sprinkled gold embossing powder. I used a little paintbrush just to kind of brush off some of the little excess powder that stuck somewhere extra. Maybe I had a little moisture on my fingers or something that it stuck to. So that's kind of a good way to get any extra off that you don't want. Now I'm going to color this in with Nuvo Jewel Drops. These are translucent colored drops, and they're just a very pale hint of color. And it's just kind of a fun way to add my color to this image. What's great about these jewel drops is because they're translucent, you'll still be able to see the detail on this image through, and with that golden embossing powder. And when it dries to a super glossy, beautiful shine as well. And I'm just going down in rainbow order. I started with Honeysuckle, which is a pink color. Then I moved on to the red, which was Strawberry Coulis. And then Orange Marmalade is the next one that I'm adding. And these are also nice pale pastel colors. They're kind of bright and fun, but they're also a little on the pastel side. That yellow is called Limoncello. And once I did the outside edge, I kind of started in the center and worked out so I wouldn't smudge with my hands as I worked. That was one of my biggest fears, is that I would do that. The green color that we've just added is Key Lime. The blue we're going to add is called Sea Breeze, and then just a minute, that last purple is called Pale Periwinkle. So you can use any combination of colors on these. Another great option to do this would be to color it with Copics and then cover each part with just clear glossy accents or crystal glaze. But this was a fun way to use all these jewel drops that I collected and hadn't used a lot. Now, just to add a tiny bit more sparkle, I'm sprinkling just a pinch or two of fine white glitter over the top. This is rock candy, and I set that aside to dry so that it takes quite a while. I actually ended up leaving it for several hours to dry. And while that dries, I'm going to go ahead and heat emboss my sentiment, which is also from that Kit of the Month. Quite often there is a great birthday sentiment in these kits, and since that's I feel like one of the most common cards to need to make, I always appreciate a good birthday sentiment. And this one is, I know, as you can see on there, it's a super versatile. It would go with tons and tons of different images, and you can mix and match different things as well. So to help go with my theme there, I went ahead and heat embossed it in gold on black. You get some great contrast and shine from doing that. And I already had my other heat embossing in gold. And then just to finish off, I added some sparkly gold glitter paper around the outside. And then once that had all dried, I went ahead and finished off with some jewel drops, just clear glossy drops, and a little bit of a blue card base. Thanks so much for coming by. Hope you have a wonderful day.